Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Red Valkyrie Presents. I am, of course, your host, Shae the Red, with my amazing co-host, who is also green-haired for the event, CY. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. Yes, I had a little bit of extra time waiting on the very
Me.
happy
It's me.
Mr. Boob.
Apologize.
The Dan of the boobies.
No, it's your
He's
big
had a
day.
big
You can
day.
nap if you want to.
It was crazy because I laid down for a minute and it was just like I was like, I'll be fine. And then it was like the last 20 minutes or something of the nap. It was just like no.
That's funny because I was taking a nap while Shae was doing this cosplay, and I woke up once from a really weird dream, and then I'm like, no, it can't possibly. Mine's worse. Mine's worse.
Weird.
Oh,
I was eating soup made out of straw and a dead child and something else.
what the hell is wrong with you?
I could literally see the child in the soup. And I was like cutting off the end of a broom to add to the soup as if it was pasta.
Welcome back. Late. Hey. Be kind,
I just don't even know where to go from there. Wow.
That's okay, because Shaw looks great.
Shaw.
Yay for Shaw!
Where's Hobbs?
Oh, no.
Hello, everyone. So, can I just say that the boobies are probably the funniest thing in the
Dead
world.
children.
Wow. Wow.
Exactly.
Y'all are terrible. Yeah, nope.
Okay,
You
sorry.
guys are terrible. Okay.
Continue with the introduction.
You just threw me off pretty hard. We're obviously here with the boob man himself, Mr. Dan Plegel. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty amazing, I guess. Like,
I guess.
I was expecting 10
Nearly
people.
funded.
Yeah, I was expecting 10 people the first day, so...
Well, that's dumb. You should have
Here I am.
known you were going to definitely get more.
What? I didn't know what to expect. Dead children, I guess, but...
Oh my gosh.
That
Can
didn't
you
happen.
stop with the dead children?
Okay, Jason, I'm just going to say, Shay's on her phone, and this is what she can do, being on her phone.
I will say, I wore my lucky shirt. This is my official lucky shirt for campaigns. It's going to get folded up and put away, and I will only wear it when I launch campaigns.
Imagination what?
Imagination
Connoisseur.
You need a bra and some stuffings.
This is I got this shirt off of the interwebs from the Robert Meyer Burnett site because I am a imagination connoisseur, part of the Post Geek Singularity, as well as over here with our comic kit.
Dan, if you would like to get yourself a pair of these lovely boobies, they're actually little tie, like the TY pillows from Michael's.
Oh, very
The
cool.
other side is gingerbread heads. So the gingerbread heads are
You should just keep adding on to that costume every time I put a book out, and eventually it'll be all like the big giant like fur coat, and then you'll have the big giant hoopy earrings.
Yeah, I ran out of time for all of it, but I
continuously
did
get bigger and bigger.
So these I was building this morning, and my mom helped paint because I was like,
great.
oh, I'm running out of time.
Yeah, that looks great. I'm like amazed.
Okay.
You whipped it together. Sure.
Even when I'm not at my A game and peak performance, I still try to bring it when I can.
It's pretty A if you ask me.
Thank you.
All
right, so go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it because I knew like you weren't at your regular place where you have all your stuff, and then you're away, and I was like, we'll see what she's what she's able to do. So
Yeah, my mom and sister have been laughing their asses off all morning.
The most important relevant question is: are there nipples?
No.
So there are nipples, but it's literally the face of the stuffed animal, and they're on the inside.
Amanda B will be happy about that because she said less points.
Yes. She has become more boob than woman.
Yeah.
Coconut milk.
Wow. All right, so.
Hold on. I'm working through.
I told you.
So thank you for the $20 to Maverick Valor Studios. Hello all, and here's something for Shae's awesome cosplay. Nothing beats a good plot. Am I right?
Thank you very much, Maverick. You are awesome. All right, so for anyone who doesn't know why I have gigantamo fake boobs and huge ass beautiful horns,
yes,
it's because a little book that we've all been waiting for I don't know how many months now finally launched. Called Goblin Girl.
A year.
Boom! Look at that. Good hell, Dan. You were doing so good in your first 2 hours. That's amazing.
You went live at what, 1 Pacific? No, 1 Eastern. So it's been 6 hours.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, I have
that is amazing.
What's hilarious is I think I have a 9-minute lag time no matter what I've been doing today because even the launch got boomered.
Nice.
I was on there trying to launch and it kept going. You haven't filled out what state you're in. You haven't filled out what state your friends are in. And I'm like, our state is in panic because you're not letting us launch. And then finally it went, and I was like, I think it's there.
I think we should definitely watch the trailer.
Yes.
And then we'll go through everything else.
There's no letter D in comics.
Yeah, there is. Comedics.
Well, comedics. Very nice.
Wow.
I make comedics.
Wow. Is it the Oxford comma?
Yes.
This is what happens when Cy runs the
silent D. It's silent but violent.
All right, hold on. I'm working on it.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Well.
Is there audio?
There it is.
I hear it.
Stunning visuals, friends. Back it now on Indiegogo.
Hell yeah. So we've all been waiting for this for ever and ever. Why don't you tell anyone who's been living under a rock what Goblin Girl is about?
Goblin Girl, this book, this particular volume in general, is an introduction to our main characters that will be part of our ever-expanding story, which is Goblin Girl's adventures. She's basically a goblin that, in the goblin world, it was, considered hideous at birth, so they locked her away, and then one day they had a prophecy that she was gonna one day be the destruction of the Goblin Kingdom, and so they plan to execute her, and stuff does not work out because they send the wrong person to execute her. They send Rathul, who is been her protector since birth, and the only person that has any contact with her within the Goblin world because they've kept her locked away, and so he sets her free, but she decides she's got other plans of vengeance for her being locked away.
Put it in the other layout. Put us in the other layout so we can actually see the page.
So she she basically they go on a bloody rampage, and they bring this prophecy to fruition. They actually destroy all this sect of goblins, and they escape into the natural world, which has been set into like a dark age because of a calamity that has happened due to some magical objects, and that has also caused magic and other things to kind of go into hibernation. But once Goblin Girl gets out, she actually kind of is the spark to the flame of the magical stuff coming back into the world. So it's kind of like a spring, if you were. It gives birth to a spring of this this world that they're in. So, and then they kind of become like the A team, or this roving band of people trying to, you know, trying to uplift their world and make and kind of make good on stuff from their past that they did that was wrong. It's kind of like redemption, justice. There's all kinds of stuff in there, but this first volume specifically is just setting up, getting you to see the main sort of characters, and then the second volume they'll officially be going out on their first mission, as it were, together. But yeah, we're just learning who they are in this book, and then Goblin Girl doing her great escape attempt.
That is awesome. Okay, so how long ago did you start creating Goblin Girl?
I would say I think it was like 2009.
Okay.
That's probably when I first started doing stuff with her. She started off as initially it was kind of like I was attempting to make like a Legend of Zelda type book that was like an anime sort of female version of Link sort of type thing.
Okay.
And it slowly started changing, because I'm always like the type of person like if something's similar, or if it's like close to this other thing, I will roll it away from that quickly and be like, nope, it's not going to be that, and then I'll change it to something else. So like over a couple years time, the story went back and forth. Like there was a little bit of Lord of the Rings originally in it, which I still have some of that art, and I'm probably going to put that in the book as add-on in the back, in the sort of the extras content. And then her look and stuff just kind of evolved. She always kind of looked how she does now, but I feel like before she was more like human-esque, and she's become more like what she is now, like after a few iterations. And then eventually when I decided this is the book, I was doing conventions with friends of mine, and I've always got like 5 or 6 stories just juggling in my head of like ideas of things, and I'll just go off and I'll draw like a whole thing on something, and then I'll cast it off, and I'll go do another thing, and then come back to it. And we were doing some conventions, and I needed a book for a show, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do this book. So I sat down and I drew it over a week. It was a 16-page book, which is this right here, which is also going to be available in the campaign. This thing right here. And
cool.
And as you can see, the art in here is a lot different than. I mean, there is going to be gray tone stuff similar to this, but like her design and stuff, she looks more anime. The horns are more like Cinnabons.
I like it.
But yeah, I think it's cool. Like one of my favorite pages is this one here, where she's like slashing the dude in half, and
that's awesome.
The sword.
Yeah, it looks very anime, especially her mouth expressions.
Yeah,
very much.
Well, there's going to be more probably mouth expressions like that in the new one as well, but because my style has kind of always been a hybrid, because that's where I came from as an illustrator. Like I was watching lots of early anime that came over to here to the US, and then I was really into like Don Bluth and like Hanna-Barbera and all that stuff. So there's a lot of all that bouillabaisse in the mix that is this gumbo of a character and my art style. But yeah, initially it just started off as like I kind of wanted to do like I was obsessed with Legend of Zelda. Like I played every Legend of Zelda game up till about I think like Majora's Mask or like Twilight Princess. And then I just like life, like work and stuff got in the way, and I'd never played video games like at all. But I love Zelda, so I was like, it'd be so cool to have my own version of like Legend of Zelda, like type thing, and Lord of the Rings, of course. And so I designed it kind of off of that, and then I did this little book, came out, took it to shows. It was a weird sell because it was like it's not enough. I feel like at times it's not enough of one thing or the other. Yeah, it like some people want it to be more of what we're seeing right here. But the book is not as the page says. The book is not just a pair of boobs, but it is at the same time. It's like both things. So, but it also falls back to my early love finding Elvira when I was a kid. So
right,
it has that cheeky like tongue firmly planted in cheek, almost piercing the cheek, sort of like type humor with that whole element. So that's more or less where it went, and it shows.
This looks like she has 4 tits. I'm sorry.
That's what everybody says, which is hilarious. But yeah, so that's kind of where it came from. It's just like it's perfect for over here. Like when Dan Plegel told me, he's like, dude, he's like, you got to come over here and do your books. This is like the time, blah blah blah. It's kind of perfect because it's old fashioned, just fun comics. It doesn't have any sort of message it's telling.
Agenda.
Yeah, like I say, like it has redemption and all this stuff, and it does, but it's not really about that. It's just about watching this wacky character run around in this fantasy environment and do crazy stuff.
It's a comic that doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yes, and at the same time is bloody serious. So yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is we've been watching you draw pages from this and redraw and
over and over. I was going to say
redraw pages.
I'm still drawing pages. Don't tell Billy.
Oh my gosh! Stop. Oh, okay. So I've been watching you draw this character, and
oh my god,
small tweaks that I've seen from. I'm gonna wait for Sai to be done. Are you done, Sai? Are you good?
Looks like the back of a Volkswagen.
That's right. It's an uncomfortable place.
Anyway,
I'm just saying, if you crop that just right, those side boobs turn into her arms. I noticed that as I was making the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shae.
That's the mouse pad, by the way. I don't know if I said that loud.
Nice.
Do they make it with 4 bulges?
They do, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm getting the great big ones, too, that are big enough to put both your hands on like that. They're going to be massive.
Yep, of
Shae,
course. So,
I'm going to read out the question since you can't. The Splintering.
Okay.
Good evening, all. How many pages is the book?
It's at 64 pages at the moment. It should stay at 64 pages of story. But the book itself is going to be about 80 pages because I'm packing it with extra stuff. Also, leaving room for me to add another chapter to Billy's chagrin.
So can we say a minimum of 64 story?
Yes, minimum of 64 at this moment.
Perfect.
So, but yeah, it's looking thereabouts.
Because I added, and we can do more.
Exactly. Well, I remember. Well, technically, like the thing is, I have an endpoint where I'm at with the book. It's not the story's not really progressing past the endpoint, but I keep adding stuff between that endpoint and this other stuff because it's one of those things where it was originally supposed to be 100 pages, and then I knocked it down. And then when I knocked it down, I realized there were certain elements that if it doesn't play out in a long form of like 100 pages, there's some story elements where like Goblin Girl goes away at a certain point in this book, and I needed to find a way to still have her connected to the other parts. So I had to add some stuff. And then Everybody Loves a Drawn In tier, which is on this campaign. And so I added a couple more pages for a drawn-in tier. So
spoilers.
That is awesome.
But so yeah, that's kind of what's happened. But as far as the second volume goes, I'm already like 32 pages into that. So
wait, how many iterations of those 32 pages though? Because we know that
just
if it's
2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I have this here technically is the sneak peek at the second volume. Because some of the pages are in here. Spoiler. So, yes.
That is awesome.
So
yes.
So yes. So good. So what I was
22. This I'll probably have this one on the second campaign because it's kind of a cool ashcan thing as well. But it is. It looks like Shae right there on the cover. Look at that. You can put them side by side. This one's just more messy with more ketchup on it.
Yeah, this is an attempt.
Yeah.
If I look down, so if I were standing straight up and I looked down, I would not be able to see anything past the tits. No.
That's right. It's the perfect place to hide from her is like right below the boobs. You just kind of stand there.
Right below the boobs. I would never see you.
Which, by the way, there's another super secret club project I'm working on with Goblin Girl, which may or may not have that as a gag in the storyline. But I'm just saying.
I was just waiting for you to say super secret again.
Super secret squirrelish stuff.
So see, that's why she has this here, so she can just hip thrust and take care of any enemies hiding in her blind spot.
That's like her sigil. Like all the goblins in her pride or her group or whatever, they all have their own unique skull that is somehow visually accoutrements to them. Like Rathul's got one that's very shaped for him. So grab water for a second.
Them horns.
So what I was trying to say, and I know that I know, and I'm lagging, so I apologize to anyone who's watching. I'm on Wi-Fi on my cell phone, so it's I'm sorry. But what I was gonna say is, watching Dan draw this character over and over again, he has created some of the coolest pieces of art. My absolute favorite piece that I've seen so far of Goblin Girl that Dan has drawn is her sitting in that cave with a leg kind of kicked out, and she just looks kind of, hunched over a little, and it's
bottom right.
The way that you got her facial expression and everything is it's just so expressive, and she looks so pretty there, and I absolutely love watching how you kind of mold her depending on what the situation calls for. In certain instances, she looks more coy and a little bit more angular and like seductive, and then in other settings she looks more sweet and kind of approachable, and then in others she's just giant tits and covered in blood. So she's like in every girl.
That's her most comfortable state, is covered in blood.
Yes, I've noticed as I started looking through your campaign, and it's just everywhere.
So there's a page just with links in.
So really quickly, it does not show up in StreamYard. So I wanted to show this really quickly. So on the anniversary, every member gets to basically do a shout out. So Mike McMahon has been a member for 12 months. Holy shit.
Wow. Yay, thank you, Mike.
And that is his message. I cannot unsee Shae, nor do I want to. Don't hate me.
Thank you. Considering how quickly I threw this together, I'm happy that people are enjoying. Okay, so you have some absolutely awesome tiers that I really want to make sure that we go through so people know how they can back. So
One
wouldn't
second.
mind that.
Matt Barr's there too. He's the letterer, by the way. He made that lovely new logo.
Did it reshare, or do I need to go back and do it?
Yeah, you're good. You just got to scroll up.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. I just want to say, Backer Kit is confused because you just came out today and you already have backers. So it's saying you're trending towards $3.
Oh, that's good.
Woo!
That's what I was hoping for. Was at least $3. I was like, if I could just get 10 people on the first day, I would be off to a good start.
Yeah. Now, how many people are you at? Did you refresh though?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna do it after the.
He's leaving it,
fine.
and I'm not looking.
You're
keeping it.
Hold on. You ready?
Yeah.
Shae, do a drum roll. I meant on your tits, but okay. $45 backers, 94%.
Damn! Wow. Look at you.
94%.
Right.
It's crazy.
6% left, guys. 6%.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go over the tiers for anyone who's watching who hasn't backed yet, so we can see what they can get.
So this first one, that is the all the books plus the OGG reprint, which is the original Goblin Girl book, which is the floppy, which is this little feller here.
The first thing you showed us, right?
Yes, this is 16 pages. It's black and white interiors. It is.
So this is the mini comic you did in 2011, correct?
This one I think so. Yes, this one came out in 2011.
Very cool.
But like, I sent it off. It sent off all my designs because that was the thing. Like, they used to have this whole thing of like, oh, what you do, man, is you just mail a bunch of your stuff to yourself, man, and then you own your stuff, man, and then like nobody can take it from you, right? Because like, as long as you don't open that letter, man, like it's like Schrodinger's cat. Your book is either in the envelope or it's not, and who's to say, man? And like then it's yours. And I was like, yeah, man, but I don't know if that holds up in a court of law. So like, I sent my stuff off after I kind of created it off to the U.S. Copyright Office and got that rolling. So I did that with this, and then I kind of like sat around for a little bit, like what I was really going to do with it, and then I went full forward with the book, and then had to send the book back off again once it was done. But it was, I don't know, it's like a whole journey, like designing it. Like,
I think the old school low cost way of doing it is you send it to your self-certified mail and then you don't open it.
Yeah.
So
well, there it is.
Anywho, so that's you're getting all
not owning stuff.
Shut up.
We must destroy and kill. On to the next.
Yes. That's all that I'm worried about. This is what happens when you get these tits. You just worry about destroying and killing. You don't worry about anything else.
She's like, we must eat elves. My boobs need to be fed.
Oh my god.
Yes.
It's not stomach with her. It just goes to her tits. So you get the color and the black and white.
Yes, that's the first one is like all the different books. So there's going to be the color version, the black and white version. Then there's also the sketchbook, which I'm going to be putting together this sketchbook with pencil sketches. I have the cover right here, which is this here is tentatively the cover.
That was awesome.
It'll be nothing but stuff like this. That's just all pencil sketches that I kind of doodle up like this, and I've got quite a few so far. I'm guessing it's going to be 25 or more. It's probably going to be shooting close to 40 is my guess, but it's going to be just like a a sketchbook with the pencil art, some stuff that I've shown on here already before, and then of course the original Goblin Girl book. So you'll have all the books for that price. But if you don't need all of that, you just want to buy in and be part of this adventure and get the book itself. This is the color version that you can see right over there. And because I'm always pointing at the screen going, this right here, guys. Get that. And
That thing.
Yeah, and that's the color version right there. That will have Billy Basco's amazing color work on it. And it's really a collaboration between the two of us. Like stuff he's doing with color is like crazy. Like he's been adding stuff in color that now I have to go back to the line art and add to the gray tone stuff because it doesn't match like story wise, look wise without it. So it's kind of crazy. You'll see that in the side by side comparison that's in the campaign here.
You're now at 98%.
What does that say?
Wow.
98%.
Holy shit, Dan! Come on!
Are we going to be drinking there? Is that what's going to happen?
71
Am I having
bucks to go.
wine this early in the day? What?
Thimble. Get the thimble ready.
Well, it's a thimble.
Paid, I would push you over right now.
But I'm a thimble.
Okay.
Tippet and drunk. That's what I am. Everybody knows. Like, it's like
yeah.
I'm kind of like me and Leah were like the perfect match in that sort of sense because like the amount of like she doesn't take much to get drunk and neither do I. But even in a worse way, like because it's just like one little cup. But,
I feel like for you, you get a whiff of like good liquor, and that's it. Like you're like, "Come on, Buzz, this is good."
It's really
and
good.
You take a sip, and you're like, and now I am shit faced.
I did. I had a $40 scotch. I had a $40 scotch at this place here in the town that I live in, and it was just like a small glass of it, like almost like 3 shots worth. I think was in the glass, and then a big cube, and I was too drunk to fucking walk out of the building. But it was good.
Oh my gosh, I love you, Dan. I'm glad that it was good. Thank goodness.
It was.
At least you're a cheaper date, right? Because a lot of people get that $40 scotch and they need several drinks of it, and you're like, I just need the one.
Dan, do you at least have a drink?
Today?
Yeah. Do you have one available? Is my question.
There's one just to the side of me over here. I'd have to just walk over for a second.
Why don't you walk over? Shae, do you have a beer?
All right.
I don't. All my beers are downstairs.
1 second.
You want to run and grab one?
Yeah, give me just a second. I will be right back. I'm gonna beat you, I'm sure. Oh no, I'm Red Valkyrie. That's good.
Chat, don't say it. Shh. Froggy, since we have a moment and there's nothing else for me to run, I can actually really pay attention to the chat. Froggy, I really do want to see Blousecroft, sorry, try to do this cosplay. Shae, if you can hear me, since you're on Bluetooth, I muted you because I could hear you asking for a beer. And the dogs.
All right. Sorry about that. Somebody placed a turkey in front of my booze.
only in Cali, Dan.
They threatened to fill it with turkey, and I didn't think they were doing it this soon. Evidently, they were worried that they weren't going to have turkey this year.
So when you asked for wild turkey,
I don't think I've ever had wild turkey.
What the hell just happened?
What do you mean?
Okay. These are the best Bluetooth headsets ever. I went all the way downstairs into my kitchen, and you were like, "Yeah, I can hear you asking for a beer." I was like, "Oh."
Okay, hold on.
This is the Blueberry Stella, friend.
No, wait! I gotta do the drum roll.
Blueberry Stella is waiting right over here.
Drum roll.
What do we got? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yay! Woo-hoo! Congratulations, Dan! You are awesome. This is so fucking epic.
God. All right.
Oh, so happy for you.
So the reason I was saying what the fuck is, it went from 49 to almost this, and then it went back to 49 while you guys were getting drinks. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I kept refreshing it on my end, waiting for it to re-hit.
It'll probably keep dancing back and forth over the line. And we'll have to get undrunk and then get drunk again.
Oh, Leah, look at her. She's such a supportive girlfriend. I said wife.
What girlfriend?
What girlfriend?
She brought a huge basket over today of like supplies. Giant bag of gummy bears, giant bag of cheese.
Look at her.
She got me peanut butter pretzels.
Dan, you broke your promise, though.
Broke my promise.
Yes. So you missed this part of the chat. So when Leah came into your chat earlier today, and you're like, you're explaining that you said that she might be there. I said, don't listen to him, Leah. He promised. We have it recorded that she would be there. And so now you're breaking your promise because she's not there.
Well, she was here earlier. I said I couldn't promise that 100%. I'm pretty sure.
You weren't clear in the beginning, and then when you were explaining to her, because she popped in the chat, you're like, I didn't promise. And I'm like, no, you promised.
Gosh. I was just trying to nail you down. Leah said she has to leave you with survival stuff because she had to go to work.
So cheese and what?
Cheese and peanut butter pretzels.
And ham and peanut butter. And then I got some Ritz crackers. I've got a couple different flavors of Oreos.
Nice.
I've got the apple cider donut, and I've got the chocolate peanut butter pie.
Yes, very cool. All right. We have gone... You guys realize we've gone through 2 tiers.
We're getting there.
2 tiers, friend.
We should go through more tiers, I feel like.
Gray tone. Gray tone.
Dan.
Okay.
Great sounds, friend. It is I, Lord Squish.
Lord Squish.
Are we at 2 million yet?
Not quite. But you are at funded. Funded in less than 8 hours.
He's coming back with 2 million, he said.
Funded in less than 7.
Funded in less than 7! Woo woo!
Woo! We're so proud of you, Dan. This is awesome. Okay, so let's go through the rest of these tiers, and hopefully we can keep it going. So what's the gray tone tier?
The gray tones. That is the black and white line art. That will look like pages like these. That are like.
You gotta give me some warning. Oh, that looks awesome.
Oh,
it's like gray tone.
That bottom panel is amazing. Yeah. Like, I love everything on her lips, her eyes, and you see the whole thing, and she just looks so like, don't fuck with me.
I like the bottom panel. I like the eye panel. I like the mouth panel. In fact, if you didn't notice, as I was scrolling through the campaign, I stopped at that page on the Indiegogo page just so the audience could see that. It's so stylized. I love it.
It's beautiful.
It was one of the pages I added to the book last minute.
It was a good choice, though.
Yeah, and it's good stuff too, because it's like it's stuff that should have been there to begin with. It's not like, oh, I need more. It's like literally like this is important, like information. So I was like, I was glad I put it in there because I realized because the story was kind of it's become kind of organic, like how I come to things. Like I have a beginning, middle, and end. And sometimes the milieu in the middle gets a little choppy, and I have to kind of right the boat and make it directed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So Peter, he fully funded.
Yeah.
Not just yay for launching, fully funded.
Yes, we're funded.
I think what I saw was Frog G redoing his contribution because he had to get the chest. We'll get there. And yes, we do need body pillow. Although, I mean, gonna put a crink in your neck, just saying.
Yeah.
No, it just depends on how you choose to lay on the body pillow. It could cradle your neck right here.
So
you lay
that
right
one there
here, you make 2 boobs.
This one
Yes, that's the color and the gray tone. So it's both versions of the main book.
And you save $10.
You do. You save some money on there, as well as shipping, because you're not,
right.
They add shipping if you add multiple items. But there are lots of add-ons that are not visible on here, but you'll see some of them in the Goblin's Chest tier, which is the all-in tier that has like all of the merch more or less. It has a T-shirt in there. There's an original sketch in there. All the books, and then various tchotchkes and things that will be added onto this campaign as we go along.
Are they from Wish?
No.
There's no Wish.com? You promised, for a year you promised me you would have all the rings.
Do you want the item
Wish.
to come from Wish? It costs more to come from Wish. I went directly to the source.
To the manufacturer.
You cut out the Chinese middleman from the Chinese supplier? How dare you?
I cut out the middleman that lives near LAX.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes. Let's see.
And does the Goblin Chest, does that also come with the mouse pad, or is the mouse pad strictly an add-on?
What was that?
The mouse pad that you were talking about, is that strictly an add-on, or does it come in the chest?
The mouse pad's going to be in the chest. Where it belongs.
Yeah, I would agree. I feel like
no one wants that mouse pad anywhere but in the chest.
Exactly.
So, guys, vamp a second. I have to run into what my mom needs.
We're vamping.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
But
we can vamp, because I'm just
that mouse pad's in there. Let's see what else I have on there. There's going to be some stickers. There is going to be, which I already have those kind of like laid out, because I designed a set of pins as well, which we may or may not get to the pins. We'll see. Hopefully we'll get there.
So if you're doing the pins, there's 3 different ways I've seen pins done. They've got the new acrylic ones, which can be kind of cool. You've got like the soft enamel pins, and then you've got like the button pins. Which ones are you looking at?
I'm thinking the enamel ones, the middle.
Yes, thank you. So here's a little Shae-ism for anyone out there who's thinking about pins. Here's the problem that I have with a bunch of the acrylic pins that people have been doing. Those, while awesome because of the amount of detail you can get in, because it's just like printing it up, the problem with them is if anything happens to the backside of it, any kind of scratch or anything, and I've had this happen on more than one pin that I've gotten from campaigns, if anything hits it wrong, it'll chip that out, and then you miss out on that backing because there's nothing to protect it on the back. And and it really is. But then when you have such a cool, iconic character, and she looks good in gray tone, she looks good with, like enamel spot color and stuff like that. So if you decided you wanted to do an all metal gray tone enamel like pin, it's going to look great. And if you decided you were going to drop in some color into that, it's still going to look good. And you could even do spot color on her and it would look fantastic. So
spot.
It's a
spotty
spot. But yeah, so it's really, I'm happy that you're doing pins, and I'm happy that you're going with enamel. Those are by far preferred. The buttons are okay, but they're so-so. I mean, like, I have a button press and make a bunch of them.
Yeah, I definitely make those. I had the pin designs here somewhere.
Do you already have the design for your T-shirt as well?
The T-shirt, yes, I do.
Is that somewhere on the campaign, or have you not loaded it up there yet?
It's not loaded up. It's in that graphic in the middle there. But
yeah, I can't make that bigger.
Yeah, let me see if I can load it.
Okay.
Hold on. Snipping tool.
You might be able to right-click save the image.
I might just have the graphic. Let's see.
Yeah, because I already know what I would want on a T-shirt, and I talked to you about it. I wanted to say 6 months ago.
Yes,
but,
that's as good as I can get it.
That other design may still happen as well.
Well, let me know if you need help getting it to look right, because I'm 1,000% down for playing around with it for sure. Cause
just downloaded this the other day to.
Oh, that's nice. I like it. I like that she's kind of licking her own boobs. She's like,
Oh, hold on.
oh, we're gonna do it. Okay, you know what? It's because Dan funded.
God damn it! You were so pixelated, and I wasn't fast enough to get a screenshot.
Yeah, there it is, just like the shirt.
I was about to make a really inappropriate comment, but
Hey.
Sorry. Oh, since when does that stop?
I was gonna say, "Holy shit, your tongue is long." I didn't even.
Yeah, I
How's
have
that?
a decently long tongue. Very good. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, wear that everywhere.
So
See,
that's,
she even did that.
that's the tentative graphic right there for the first shirt.
I like it.
I love how she's grabbing and pushing them up, and I swear to God, the way they're flexing and the way she's holding them up, they appear to be pillows.
Pretty much.
I'm just saying, considering I get almost the exact same shape as mine are.
I also made them somewhat realistic because one is bigger than the other.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, I think these are the same size, pretty much. But you know.
Her left looks bigger than her right. Is
Correct.
that the case? Okay.
Yes, that is the case.
Yeah, very nice.
So.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm so excited for so much of this campaign, and I really, really, really want to work with you on a couple of other things, even if it's not merch that you do on the campaign, it's something you do on like your website. Because I have so many ideas, and you have so much beautiful, beautiful artwork that would just be amazing on things like throws, blankets and stuff. And you know, I love this, and my merch obsession comes from the fact that I want to own all of these things, and so I try to help people design cool shit so that I can own it and be happy with it later. So damn it, Chris.
I'll be in my bunch.
That's a great Firefly reference, man. Cool shower here.
Shae, don't clap. One of those is gonna fly.
I know. It's fine. We got them situated.
Situated.
Yeah, situated.
Okay,
right,
next
so
tier.
Left here. What else do we got? Oh, good heavens.
That's the original art. That's like to take one of these pages home with you from the book. So, and then it also comes with a copy of the black and white version of the book as well. So,
okay. So here's my question on that. Are people able to choose or request what pages from the book, or is it
initially that is the plan? I that's why I put 10 up here, so that way I can keep. I don't know how many I'm gonna sell. I don't even know if I've even sold one yet. I don't think I have. But if I was to sell one, the first person that comes in I'll be like, here is the pages. Like, which one would you like?
Here are your choices.
And
fantastic.
So that's kind of how it's gonna work. And
very cool.
So from there.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
And what happened?
Someone has claimed one of these.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah. So that's the drawn in tier. I actually have the pages here from the drawn in tier. I started them, but I didn't finish them.
You mean you didn't know in advance who was going to buy it?
I didn't know in advance. You're very right.
His telepathy was a little off.
So didn't know in advance that I didn't even have the foresight to set the thing aside. Evidently, it should be here. Man.
In your encyclopedia of pages.
In my encyclopedia of stuff. Wow. I'm like surrounded by pages.
You're
Dan. You know what I really want to see one day, Dan, is I want to see you launch a campaign that's called like In the Trash or To the Bin or something like that. It's just all the stuff that you're like, this isn't good enough. And that you threw
I have
out
those pages.
I know, and I feel like you should make an entire book of them, because I feel like for all the rest of us, we're like, why is this so good? And then you see the next page, you go, well, the other one's better, so I guess that's why.
And Dan, you know the other book that I want.
Which is that?
No balls, though.
Oh, that one.
Shut up, Shae. Creators Outlet wants an 11 by 17 of you looking your boobs, Shae. I'll see what I can do about putting that on the merch store. It could be a poster, it could be a canvas.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing that.
I don't think you're at your house to be able to override what I do on our merch store.
I will find a way.
Password change, here we come.
This is the really annoying thing about having, like, I cleaned my art studio just so that I could find stuff, and here I've misplaced stuff, but it's here.
They're around.
I
Dan
do
knows
have
that
something else to show you guys.
Okay, what else?
That other piece is definitely coming your way. The piece that I did for the Fragtober thing that you asked me about.
Uh-oh. Is it yes? You promise?
Yeah. But I also got this one,
thank you.
which is going to be in the pencil book.
Which one are you?
Oh my gosh!
So
that's awesome.
This will be in the pencil book. It's not quite done yet. I got to do the robot guy in the background.
Oh, that's so good, though, Dan.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, are those little abscess?
Yes, look at her. She's fucking rich. Oh my gosh, you're so good.
So,
and I love your style.
I knew you specifically would like that, since you like that.
I did. So Battling Lolita has a very special place in my heart, and I knows why. But it's
that was intense.
It's fantastic. And right.
Oh, guess what? I found it.
Yay! Okay, let's see.
This here, let's see if I can get the balance to go in. So this here is one of the drawn into your pages. So there's an establishing shot. Mm-hmm. And then there's a big shot to put people in.
A big shot.
Very cool.
Some other empty panels. A lot more empty panels on this page.
Oh wow. Okay.
This one here might get redrawn a little bit because I might put some more people in here. And then I got this little one up here. So
that's awesome.
Plenty of room for people in this, at least 4 people. So
very cool.
It's a big 2-pager, like a 2-page splash. It's my it's my big gambling scene.
Yes, that's so cool. Oh, I'm so excited for this book, Dan. You have no idea. I've been waiting forever for you to launch. I'm so happy that
it's like knees when it's done.
Jeez, so beautiful.
So,
gosh, I just love that cover.
So
gorgeous.
So if I sell an appendix, a kidney, and a few other things, and scrape together the 500, that counts as a page, right?
I guess.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know if like bodily organs are good, unless they're for my friend Jason of Unhinged Entertainment.
Oh, that's
right.
who I was.
He could always use some more kidneys.
He could use backers and extra kidneys just on ice, just in case.
Definitely go back at
is that Bristol?
And make sure
that is Bristol paper. And the other thing is if you go back Absolute Book 2, you get more of my art because I did one of his sketch cards.
Absolutely.
Or I guess it's technically not a sketch card. I just did a trading card for him. And I have his original art here somewhere that I got to mail to him because somebody bought it on his campaign. And I will find that eventually.
Oh, dang, you're terrible.
Are you talking about what I said?
No, I said Dan was terrible. I was trying not to sneeze.
And Edwin the Ace, who's been a big supporter of my stuff, he's bought a lot of art and stuff off of me. I finally sent all the art that he bought off of me over the last year. Which I felt bad about, but like it went back and forth from like I lost it to like I'm gonna draw something more for you because you had to wait to losing that. Like because I've shuffled this space around a couple times.
Did we go over the $500 one?
The drawn in the chest, yeah.
The drawn in, yeah. So the
we
drawn
talked
in
about that stuff.
is basically you get drawn into the book. You'll get everything that comes in the Goblin's chest tier, like all the all-in sort of thing. But there's also, with the drawn in tier, there's going to be a character sheet that's going to be in there. That'll most likely be an 11 by 17 like this, lengthwise.
Very cool.
And it'll have turnarounds of your character that is going to be in the book, as well as a Goblin Girl for scale. So she'll be in there with your character. And then probably maybe some expression experiments to like get the look right. And then you'll get that original drawing. And that's also part of that tier. So
also,
so cool.
a wild tug has appeared.
Thank you, Tug, for stopping by. We love Tug. Oh, it's exciting. I'm so happy that you have already funded. You very much deserve it. And thank you, everyone who's come out for the Valkyrie flight, because I'm so happy. I've seen how hard you've worked on this, and the character is awesome. Yes, she's got big boobs, but more than that is the story and the world building and everything that you've put into this. This is already a top tier book with art, with story, with everything, and and then you add that little Dan Plegelness to it that makes it just all the more epic. So, little. The bigger.
There's a bit of Billy in there, and there's some Matt Barr of Rock and Roll Ninja in there. He's the artist of Rock and Roll Ninja. And he's, turns out, everybody's been finding out, especially us, his friends, that he's an amazing graphic designer, like beyond being an amazing storyteller as an illustrator. He redid the logo for this campaign, which you see on the campaign page, and which is going to be on everything. And he's also done all the lettering on the book. There's inside this campaign, when you scroll through it, you'll see some banners and like text stuff. He made all that stuff as well.
That's awesome.
So yeah, him and Billy are just, I couldn't ask for a better group of people to be helping me like make this visually happen. So.
Well, you've got a ton of people in your corner to support you for sure. CY, were there any questions in the chat for Dan that we missed so far?
Not really, and I've highlighted basically all the comments except for did I highlight the vagina Dan did it better?
Oh my God.
I think I did. Yes, you did. From Diller Draws. Yes, that happened.
So apparently Philly is bringing his audience over here to check out the stream.
The Zaid Raid.
The Zaid Raid, an hour into the stream.
Yes.
We're just about to wrap.
Better late than never, right? That's my motto today.
Better late than never.
I agree. Better late than never. Dan, was there any other parts of this campaign or anything that you wanted to kind of talk about? What is happening?
I think we covered all the tiers, like all the little ins and outs of stuff that's involved with the tiers. There's many tiers, lots of trails of tiers.
Can we get a photo perk of Shae?
There you go.
If
there it is, extra perky.
I'm just saying, the little perky.
If you're gonna do anything, I would do the side by side of Goblin Girl, the Goblin Girl pose from the T-shirt, and then Shae licking her pillows.
My lord.
Yes.
You gotta get it so you get the. There you go.
Oh my God.
I don't think it's innuendo if it's just there.
I think it's outright. I think it just is at this point.
Truthful.
Honestly, Dan, this is such an amazing campaign. This has been so awesome having you on. I don't want to keep you too long because I know, for anyone who doesn't know, Dan is going to be on Frega's channel in just under an hour. It
hurt me.
I am shook. It's gonna be insane.
You can, friend. There's a tier for two.
Yes, you can just keep keep getting Goblin Girl, and if you want this, then let's start hitting some stretch goals, and I'll talk to Dan, and we'll see if we're gonna do something crazy. But that is all in Dan's.
That 2-pack originally, I was going to call it the full rack edition, but
I'm just saying, it's a pretty big rack.
They bevy, they flow over.
They do. They're just swag. So I don't want to keep you too long because I know that you got to get some shooting in everything before you take on the Frega.
That's all right. And, because I started late today with my campaign. Everybody gets pushed.
Is that how it works?
I don't know.
I wish that I was talented enough to push Dan.
No. It's not like that. It's just it's my pure fumblery with technology and not like never being quite up to speed with things. But getting there, I think this does as well as it seems like it's doing. Like we'll do more of these, and it'll eventually I'll be like everybody else, like with my cool dark sunglasses, be like, "Hey everybody, how's it going? Yeah. So we're launching Goblin Girl Book 7 right now. Everybody out there, ready to back."
So, Devil Flyer was asking if there's going to be a Goblin Girl 2. You said you're already 32 pages into drawing Goblin Girl 2, right?
I am.
So there's your answer. Not only is it going to be a thing, it's already half done, pretty much.
More or less.
And Dillard wants to know, are the pages...
Eventually, I don't know if they're going to be glossy. They might be a little sticky.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like
they'll come to you dry, though. They'll come to you dry. What you do there with those pages?
Get that satin matte so that they're extra slick.
Extra slick. Have them all laminated, like old school style, like a library card.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
And then staple through the lamination.
Exactly.
I was going to say you could get like a metal print that just has Goblin Girl in a compromising position and all of her sexiness, and everyone who is overcome with the book can turn to the metal print. And
over what, Shae?
Overwhelmed.
No, that's not what you said.
That is what I said.
You said overcome.
Overcome. Overwhelmed, overcome, all of it. Over all the things.
Dillard's probably going, yes, just give me a minute.
Devil Flyer, that's not what spot glass is. That's not how spot glass works.
That's what I heard it is. Spot glossing. Or was it spot glazing? I can't remember.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god. Do you have any other questions for Dan?
Yeah, is that embossing or debossing? It depends on velocity, right?
Yes.
And what side you're coming from and what side you're looking at.
We love you, Dan. I'm so happy we're still able to do this.
I apologize again for being a couple minutes late. The computer was taking a second to boot up, and I was just like, come the fuck on. I gave you a rest because you've been running for like several hours straight, and like now you're failing me, like taking forever to load.
Devil Flyer, if we go much lower, there will probably be refunds. So.
How low can we go? How low can we go?
Yeah, no, that's it.
That was
it.
No, not a soft velour. Oh my god.
Wow. Okay. All right. I think that this is just about a perfect spot for us to wrap. Dan, thank you so very much for letting us be one of the first to have you guys on.
I appreciate
Thank you, Finatra.
I honestly, like, when you said you were wanting to still do it, because I know you've had some like hard stuff you've had to deal with this past week, and I really appreciate you doing this. I don't know if you felt like you needed to do this for me, or if you just needed the distraction, but I appreciate it either way. Like I was fully willing to, like, you know, let you do what you need to do. Like I was not worried about it, but I'm glad you came out. You did fantastic with the cosplay. It looks amazing.
Thank you.
So,
well, and this is the thing is, it may have been kind of a rough little bit of time for me
but
and
don't go past
Shae
43, Dillard. I heard the number is 43. Once you go past 43, death is imminent. That's what I've heard.
Okay, Shae, finish what you're saying.
What I was going to say is this is something that I wouldn't have missed if at all humanly possible. So I'm really, really glad that we were able to make it work because Dan is one of our best friends and one of the coolest guys out there and somebody that we love to death. And so I wanted to make sure that we could still honor this commitment even if I've had to unfortunately cancel and change with a few other people. This was a really important one for me. So I'm really glad that we were able to get you on and I was able to throw something together and actually do somewhat decent.
And it doesn't look thrown together, so that's crazy.
Yay!
Throw a couple things together.
Yeah.
So here's the funny thing is not a single bit of this was done when I woke up this morning. So I made like the horns, we got the top made, I made your skull and everything. All of that happened before the show.
Awesome.
But thank you so much for coming on, Dan. I really want us to get you on again before your campaign wraps because I want to see how amazing this goes.
I cosplay
too. Look at Sai. Sai cosplaying got their Abby to have green hair just for you.
Nice.
And of course, Sai, thank you so much for running everything. So while I am indisposed and at my mom's house.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much to the chat. You guys are what makes this possible. And thank you everyone who has backed Dan. If you haven't backed, please get in on that.
So this is what I was answering.
Yeah, I made it. I made it out of modeling foam. So I made this probably in less than an hour.
Shae,
thank you guys so much for being here.
While you're right next to Callie, you should mail that to Dan and let him sell it on a tier.
Sell it on a tier.
I can. I totally can. That's not a problem. We'll talk, Dan. We'll talk after this.
We'll talk backstage. We'll talk
exactly. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will catch you next time. See you later.
I ain't giving you no tree fitty, you goddamn Loch Ness monster. Get your own goddamn money.